Hello, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made a sliding door in Unreal Engine 4. So I'll just show you what the level looks like right now. So this little cinematic plays, and then we are in the level. And when I get close, the doors open. And I can go inside and the doors will close. I'll press F and we will move upward, and then the doors will open. I'm going to go outside and they are still open. When I go back inside, I can press F and they will close and we'll go downward. And we're back. Okay, so how did I make the sliding doors? Well, first I took both this elevator door and this one, and I had to autosave. We'll give it a minute. So after I autosaved, I took both of those doors and I grouped it with this shell so that they would move all together. This whole entire elevator door. The doors and the shell would move together as a group. So whenever you enter this trigger volume, then it will enable this matinee to happen. And this matinee is right here. So this is telling both the left door and the right door to move from the closed position to the open position. And we can see that here on actor begin overlap. So whenever I enter the trigger volume, we will play the matinee. And this is just the FX. So when I leave the volume, when I leave the trigger volume, it will close the doors. And that's basically how I made the doors open and close. Now, I'll take the rest of this time to go over a few other things. The cinematics. So what I did for that is I created my own matinee. And I have to close this one first. And basically, all I did was I had there was one camera, or one camera and a second camera. The second camera is called camera 01 just because that's how the tutorial did it. But or never mind, I got that wrong. So basically, this is controlling the movement. We have the first camera is right here. These are all the keyframes right here, here, and here. And then when we cut to the second camera by using the director track, it will be moving. Yeah, so basically we use director groups to make cuts to different cameras and use fades. So that's really useful for making cinematic shots. And my lighting is a little messed up, so I'm just going to hit play and we can see it again. So that whole cinematic I will show you in the blueprint. And it is right here. So when this event begin play means when you hit the play button. So when the level first starts up. We're disabling the input for the player so that they can't move around or fire their weapon. And that's also what the cinematic mode is doing. It's taking off the visibility of the player. It's taking away the HUD. Of course, I can't get rid of the crosshair. And we talked about that in class. You can't move the character and you cannot turn. So once, after we have that cinematic mode in place, we can, I'm not sure why, I think this might be redundant, but I think this is telling the character and the controller to not have any input. But once, I think this is actually reversing the disable input. So after the cinematic mode is done, then we will allow input, I think. I'm not sure. But anyways, let's see. I know over here, this is the elevator door pressing. So when you press F and the elevator is at the top, we will allow the doors to close again. We had to tell it again for whatever reason, to allow us to close the doors again when we reach the top. We added a delay so that we don't automatically move downward in the elevator whenever we hit the F button. And this is reversing the movement of the elevator. Instead of having the Matinee cinematic move us up, we're reversing it so that we move down. And trigger volume 3, let's go see what that is. So I'm just going to search for it. This is the volume when you reach the top that allows you, or this allows the doors to open when you reach the top. And it also allows you to, press F again and go back down when you're at the top. We had to, use Alt, click and drag in order to duplicate it so that we could have a second volume up here. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm sorry I couldn't explain all these nodes in more detail. It's still pretty complicated for me, but I think I understand it. Yeah, but that's how I made sliding doors and cinematics and elevators. And also the FX, same concept. Clicked on it, made a Matinee, and whenever you walk inside, whenever the elevator doors open, at least, we trigger the FX, which are around here somewhere. Here they are. So whenever you enter the volume and we're opening the doors, we'll also play the steam that comes out of the doors. Okay, so that was it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.